This is number 2. It's time to get down to the business of introducing yourself to your future dream job boss. Whether an organization has publicly announced a specific career opportunity, or if you're stepping up your game by seeking out the other 90% of the available opportunities that are never advertised, introducing yourself is step number 2 in your 7 simple step process. Let's put your preparation from step number 1 to work right about now. Crafting an effective letter of introduction is a critical part of any successful job search. It is also a detail that will be ignored or fumbled by most of your future former competition. Employers generally expect to see a letter of introduction attached to a resume, and they use it to determine if the resume should be reviewed or rejected. Think of your letter as a friendly, short, professional introduction to your dream job boss. In a very few sentences, it will say to your future boss, "This is who I am. This is why I am excited about discussing your organization. And let me tell you a couple of reasons why I believe we should meet." Your letter of introduction, while brief, will tell the screener who you are by answering the questions. Who, what, why, how, and when. We'll fill in some of the critical blanks by letting them know briefly who you are, what specifically, in your opinion, you can do for them, why you have what it takes to do the job specifically, and how you'll be able to meet their expectations based on your experience, and when you're available to discuss their needs. The key to your overall success will be to know what information to include in your letter and later in your resume. The best news is, and I can't repeat this enough, most of your competition will fail to prepare or simply fumble the process. They'll use outdated and poorly constructed documents. As we walk through your own pace through each of the 7 simple steps, you will continue to outperform your competition, one giant step at a time. Your keyword optimized documents will capture the attention of both the computerized job search engines and the human gatekeepers, whose job it is to eliminate the vast majority of all applicants. This critical step is your search process for greatly improving chances of standing out from the crowd by intentionally landing your resume on the desk of your future dream job boss candidates. I call them candidates because while most of your competition will be sitting at home waiting for an invitation and hoping for an interview, your goal can be to identify a variety of potential dream job opportunities and to be invited to discuss some futures with a number of potential dream job bosses. Let's make you the decision maker in your own career boosting process. Also, when you're preparing a letter, don't be afraid to toot your own horn. Your shy and reserved competition will quite simply fail to properly introduce themselves with a letter. That's one more point in your favor. And as a result, they will also fail to generate the interest that your positive presentation will inspire. Also, for future reference, your letter of introduction needs to be personalized by addressing it to a specific decision maker whenever possible. Since it's okay to apply for a variety of different jobs, each letter and resume needs to be laser focused to answer the needs of a specific organization and for a specific job opportunity, and addressed directly to the decision maker in that organization whenever possible. Remember that even though the job of the gatekeeper who will be intercepting your introduction is to keep the riffraff out and unnecessary traffic away from the boss's door, they can be very helpful providing the names, if you ask it correctly, for the target contacts. A letter addressed to whom it may concern will land in the spam file. A letter addressed to the boss by name, however, will likely be delivered right to the boss's mailbox. We can also talk about the value of using LinkedIn to not only research the many companies you're looking at, but also to find the names and email addresses of your future dream job boss. Once you think about how you would introduce yourself to a busy boss. If you like, we can talk together and fine-tune your attention grabber with bullet points that will cause them to flip to the next page and read your resume. That's the whole point of this process. So, in order to cover all of the critical points of an intro letter, give each of the questions below a thought and write a short, friendly, positive comment that tells them, I am the person for this job, and here are a couple reasons why. So let's talk when you had a chance to write your letter of introduction. Good luck.